Welcome to Community Meeting Live. I'm your host, Mr. B. Thanks for joining us. Hey, we still miss you. Hope you're doing well. Okay, welcome to Community Meeting. If this is your first time, please go ahead and shoot us a comment and say hello. Tell us who you are, maybe what school you're coming from, and what you're looking forward to. We just wanted to let you know that here at Impact Academy, we strive to create and maintain a safe space, both physically and also virtually, for everyone in this community. So, thank you for being here. We're just going to go through a couple things just to make sure that we continue to know how to build community with each other. First and foremost, on our left is our community agreements. And these are things that have been created by all of our students and staff members together with thinking about how do we want to engage with each other. And our continued focus while we are apart is to continue to build community. And so we're going to support each other and we're going to include each other in the community. So fair warning right now, you have entered a safe zone. And what does that mean? Well, this space respects all aspects of people, including race, ethnicity, gender expression, sexual orientation, socioeconomic background, age, religion, and ability. So thank you for being here. Thank you for building community with us. And thank you for respecting this safe space. And one of the things that we do at our community meetings is we always take a look at our vision and mission so we know exactly why we're here. And so I'm going to let our teachers do that for us. Take it away. If you've never seen it before, this is what we usually say together in unison. And so our teachers on 3, 1, 2, 3.
At Impact Academy, we love learning, crave excellence,
and access our agency
so we all become leaders in our community, college, and careers.
All right. Are you getting used to it yet? I know many of us that are here probably, needed a little refresher. Well, that was great. Thank you to our teachers. We hope that you are doing well and that you are safe as well. And so, as we start, thank you for continuing to uphold our community agreements, even when we are together apart. All right. If you caught some of our promos on Instagram and on YouTube, we had some birthdays last week, and so I'm going to go ahead and share those again. So last week, we had Rosemary, Brian, Jocelyn, Mateo, and Victor. Happy birthday to you folks. And then this week, Gabriel, Jaden, Joel, Milton, Audric, and Sadie. And so, we just want to say we miss you, we love you, and we hope you have a safe and happy birthday. here's our agenda for today. We are going to do What's the Buzz? And this is an opportunity for me, your host, Mr. B, to just talk to you about some things that are going on in our entertainment and in pop culture. And also at the same time, just do a little bit of, checking in with our teachers. And so we have a special What's the Buzz interview for you today. Coming up, we're going to have a new section called What Did I Miss? Stay tuned for that. But for now, here is What's the Buzz? Yes. You'll get used to that. And so here's our very first interview. And so we're centering our sixth graders for this meeting. And for this first interview, we've interviewed one of our sixth grade staff members, and so that you can get to know them. We're going to continue to do that. And when you follow us on Instagram, we'll have more short videos where you get to see me, your host, Mr. B, interview some of our teachers. So here we go. Hey, welcome everyone. I am your host, Mr. B, and welcome to What's the
Buzz.
All right. Today's guest is Tristan Van Roekel. He's one of our teachers here at Impact Academy Middle Grades. And in today's segment that I like to call Let's Get Physically Fit, we're going to get to know Mr. Tristan and learn a little bit more about who he is. So here are a few things that I want to ask you today. What's your teacher name and what do you teach at Impact?
You can call me Coach T, Coach Tristan, or Mr. Tristan. It doesn't matter, but since I'm going to be the PE teacher, I would prefer Coach T.
Awesome. All right, Coach T. Thank you for sharing that with us. Can you tell us where you went to school and what did you study?
Yeah. Well, first, I went to school here at Impact, and then I went to college at CSU East Bay, and I majored in communication and the option in media production, which meant I got to play around with cameras all day.
Wow, that's awesome. Can you tell us a little bit more about like things that you did with cameras in terms of videos and edits and stuff?
Yeah, so in addition to making videos, I made sound recordings and I broadcasted news segments. And I actually had a job up there which had me record basketball games, live plays, and live music concerts. So that was really fun.
You strike me as a gamer. Do you live stream your games?
No, I haven't done that in a while, but I can.
Ooh, okay. Stay tuned, folks. We might learn a little bit more. And if you're one of those avid gamers, maybe it's something that you can teach Mr. Tristan or Coach T. So how long have you been in education?
I've been in education for 3 years. The last 2 years I was in Union City. I was working as a para, which basically means I went and I helped the kids that needed help. And then at Impact, I was your flex guide, and you'll know all about that soon. But this year, I will be your PE teacher.
Awesome, awesome. And what do you hope that students gain from being in your class?
Since we're all inside for the foreseeable future, I hope you guys are all getting some fresh air outside, as well as some playtime. But what I want you to take from my class is whether if you're inside or you're outside, there's always something that you can do to be active.
Okay. Is there anything specific that you like to do to stay physically active?
Yeah, I actually live near a school, so I usually going outside to run or playing a little bit of basketball. And I also have a little home gym set up in my garage. So I have like little options I can do every now and then. So it's never the same thing over and over.
I remember way back in the day, like 3 or 4 months ago. I remember seeing you on the basketball court with the kids playing basketball a lot. Is that something that you tend to do during lunchtime or after school?
Oh yeah, that was one of the things I was going to mention. Yeah. So I have been known in the past to come and play some basketball with the kids. I've done basketball, football, and I'm hoping when we come back to school to do a little bit of soccer. So stay tuned for that.
You were literally taking them to school, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a bad joke. Okay. Anyway, I'm going to bring this in right here, and I'm going to tell you a little story, Mr. Tristan.
Okay.
So I want you to imagine. Just imagine. There's a global pandemic, and you've been quarantined in your home for about 3 or 4 months. You have nowhere to really go, and you had to sit through doing this thing called distance learning. Your summer just appeared out of nowhere, and then boom, you're still stuck at home. What are 3 things you like to do during this summer?
3 things. Let's see. Well, I know one, play video games. So I have to take that with me. Sorry for PlayStation fanboys, but I'm gonna stick with my Xbox. So I'll be playing more Xbox than PlayStation. Um, Another thing, um, I like to get outside and play some basketball, play some sports, even though I can't play with anybody, but it's still fun to play some basketball so I'm not rusty, so I can take you guys to school. Um, Number three, hmm. Actually, I have number three. Um, One of my favorite things to do is to cook and bake. So I'm always whipping up something good.
Ooh, very interesting. Can you tell us what's one of the latest things that you've baked in the oven?
Ooh, yeah, I actually perfected finally a chocolate chip cookie. So one of the things that I learned to use is a chocolate bar instead of the chocolate chips you buy in the store. So
Oh,
cut up a nice chocolate bar. And another trick is to put your dough in the refrigerator overnight.
like do you like need your own dough, or do you get like that pre-made stuff?
No, no, we don't do pre-made in this house.
Oh, okay. Not in Coach T's house. All right.
Not in my house.
Yeah. I can just imagine you just like stuffing the ball on the basketball court. Not in Coach T's house. Maybe not like that. No, more like.
I can.
All right, cool. Well, Coach T, I want to ask you, what's the one thing that you love about being a teacher?
One thing I love about being a teacher is it gives me a chance to kind of interact with the kids. Um, One of the things I realize is that being a teacher isn't always going to be boring, or it never is really boring actually. But it gives me a time to like get out of my comfort zone and to interact with kids, and sometimes to be a kid.
Awesome, awesome. I truly appreciate you and your time. Before we go, I want to ask you, is there anything that you want to say to our sixth graders to welcome them?
Yeah, I can't wait to see all of you guys. I have seen a couple with the ice cream parade, so I can't wait to get to know all of you and to my future advisors. Bye.
Awesome. Thank you, Coach T. And I'm Mr. B, and that's the.
That is the buzz.
All right.
And we're back. That was one of our featured interviews of our sixth grade team, Coach T, as you just learned. And so, sixth graders, that is your PE teacher. I hope that you will continue to follow us and learn a little bit more about the school. We're excited to have you and really appreciate you being with us. And as we continue on with What's the Buzz, we're going to talk a little bit about the NBA. And this section I'd like to call the NBA Bubble Bobble. Yes, the NBA is trying to juggle things a little bit with bringing back sports. I think it's one of the things that's kept folks busy, kept them entertained. I think right now the only thing that folks can really settle for is UFC. And so it's a little aggressive. So let's pare it back a little bit and let's talk about basketball. Folks have all flown to Orlando, Florida, where currently they're staying at the Walt Disney World resorts. The whole concept of the bubble is that players are basically self-isolating for several weeks. The only places they're really going to is practice, where they practice social distancing, go through all the protocols necessary to make sure that they stay safe. And imagine this, there's about 322 players and coaches and things like that. And all together, those folks, about 2 people have been tested positive for COVID. And so those folks are isolating themselves, they're quarantining, and then everyone else is continuing to do the work that they need to do to kind of get things back. So the world is watching. We're hoping this is successful. The process that they've gone through will allow for maybe other sports to kind of follow through. And so if you're a scientist out there, like
this is kind of like an experiment. And if you think about the NBA, they're the control. We're going to see what happens with these folks. Anyway, um, that's pretty cool. Hope you're following that story, and I'll see if I can find out any more information and bring it back to you guys. Um, any NBA fans out there? Actually, what are your teams? Who do you think's gonna win? And I know there's Warriors fans out there, but apparently they have not been invited back because they don't quite have the record. Don't boo me. Just the messenger. Just letting you know. But yeah, what are the teams that are out there? Huh? Name your teams. Cool. All right. Well, in this next section, we're going to be talking about some things that have been on a roll, I would say, um, as of late. For this section, I call four-wheel drive. Um, People have been really trying to buy roller skates. Yes, I know some of you adults out there are like, "What is the world going to?" Roller skates. Yep, you heard that right. Thanks to TikTok. I know there's lots of you guys that have TikToks. Um, one specific TikToker, and I'm sure there's plenty more too, but one specific one that has the most views, Anna Koto, I believe she's a Cuban American, has been roller skating to popular songs. And just the way that these videos have been compiled, it made folks want to create more content roller skating. It's very reminiscent of roller derbies or things that you'd see in the 70s with the roller disco. And so I'm featuring here a pair of roller skates that are hot off the press. Dick's Sporting Goods is selling them. There's stuff on Amazon and other retailers. People are even trying to get rollerblades. Yeah, Google that. And here's a little snippet of what this looks like.
I'm still Jenny from the block. Used to have a little, now I have a lot. No matter where I go, I know where I came from.
From the Bronx! That's right. Yeah, Mr. B, I got bars. Anyway, so there you have it, folks. Anybody TikTokers out there? Any TikTokers roller skating? Let us know. All right. In this section, I like to call it Lego the Controller. It's my turn, man. All right. So Nintendo has teamed up with Lego to create the ultimate Lego collected toy that you can build. Now, if you have $230 to spare and I don't know, countless hours with about over 2,000 pieces, then this is your thing. Nintendo has the original entertainment system right there in the form of Legos, and you can build that along with this awesome TV set. Yeah, it's even got an antenna on it. Some of you have never seen this. It's not even widescreen. It's crazy. It's got buttons on it, like to turn it on. Anyway, this is really classic looking retro Lego set. Is coming out very soon, and so if you have some time to spare, go ahead and check it out. One of the coolest things about this that I would like to add, based on this here hand model that you can see, it actually has a crank where you can make Mario jump across the screen. And so it's a very interactive Lego set. And I hope, I don't know, one of you out there will actually jump in on this challenge and share it with us. Let us know. Show us pictures. I want to see it. Yeah. Cool, man. That's awesome. All right. The next story. Now, I want you guys to take a look at this for a minute. Yeah, you've seen this image. You've been Spamiltoned a lot. Yeah. It's all the rage right now. Everyone's talking about, I want to see Hamilton. I mean, we've been hearing about this for years now. Hamilton has been all the rage on Broadway as a musical. And so it's been very hard to get tickets to that. And so now, in the privacy of your own home on Disney Plus, you can partake in the joy of hearing Hamilton rap across the stage. And so if you have seen it, Yeah, kudos to you. Um, it was released right around the 4th of July, and it's an opportunity for folks to really learn about one of the untold stories of one of the founding persons of the United States. And so, that being said, I'd like to add to the mix and create a Kahoot challenge for you guys to partake in. I want to test that Hamilton knowledge that you've got. And so, stay tuned in the coming week. You're going to have to follow us on Instagram at IAMG underscore Insta to learn more about this challenge that's going to come up. And then we're going to probably have some more games. I'll be putting some more teacher interviews out there. And then, of course, there'll be prizes for you coming through and checking these things out. I'll see if I have some extra B mode gear to throw around. Really excited for this, and so stay tuned. I'm your host, Mr. B, and that has been The Buzz. Yes, thank you guys for joining us. And so I leave you with this one message. I hope that you are continuing to be healthy, be kind both to yourself and to others. Continue to be joyful, be safe, and hopefully we'll be together again soon. Thanks for joining us, and I'll see you in the upcoming week.